Darius Cooks. The documentary Smooth Criminal is coming soon, hosted by me, Jay Evans, the voice of the people. Join me as I speak with people brave enough to tell their story in their words. It's time to hear both sides of the story. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. They've taken the first step by speaking up. Will you take the second step and listen? I'm putting their story out there and they will be heard. Now let's talk about it. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jay Evans Talk the Talk. You don't want to miss this groundbreaking documentary. It's time to shed some light on the dark. What do you think if they would have inspected and gave him a score for that bakery? What do you think the score would have been?
-0.
Lord.
It would have been a cold day in hell. It would have been a cold day, and hell is hot.
When I say the name Darius Cooks, what's the first word that comes to your mind?
Grifter.
Scammer. Just scammer.
Demon.
Demon.
What people need to understand is it's so many people that are speaking so badly about him. So if every one of us has had a negative experience with him, down to the bakers and his employees, then that should tell you what kind of person he is. And then a lot of people are only talking about this one experience, but it's like they're not talking about grits and gravy, how that got shut down by the state of Georgia. They're not talking about his cupcake business that got shut down. They're not talking about the credit repair service that he had and that got shut down. Like everything that's attached to this man's name gets shut down and closed.
Let us get up. Let us speak up. Oh, so we can be heard. Oh, so we can be heard.
The perfect word for it. I always call it that.
You refer to Cooks as it.
Oh yes, it's a it. It's not. I don't see it as a human. I do not see it as a human. I do not. It takes pleasure. Watch. I would like people to go back and look at any of its videos and see the pleasure it takes when it is causing harm or hurt to other people. It smiles. It laughs. It is enjoying it. Why? Because it feeds off of your pain. This is not a human. It is not.
Since you said, like, because you don't refer to him by name, but it reminds me of the Stephen King movie, It, with the
Yes, that's exactly what that is. It. We'll never call that name.
Do you plan on, even if, let's just say, how sometimes it takes a while for justice to happen, do you still plan on using your platforms to help people and to get the word out, even if it takes a year or 2 or 3? Would you still be willing to stay in it that long to help the cause?
I'm not stopping until he stopped. That's it. I'm in this for the long haul.
Do you think, because the majority of his fans, from what I see, he does have, like you said, men, he does have us from the LBGT community, but I see more women. Do you think he's putting Black women against each other because it's like, I'm on this side, you're on this side? Like, do you think that's true?
I think it's more of, when I think about it, I think it's more of them wanting to be against us, because we don't care if they support Darius. You want to support him, that's fine. That is your right to do so. But you also have to keep in mind, if they stop supporting him, he wouldn't be able to do what he does. So I don't feel like I think they have a beef with us. So I guess in some sense we are pitted against each other because it's us trying to wake them up to get them to see. And it's like we're trying to protect Black women or people in general. And it's so much pushback about it. So yeah, we have been pitted against each other. We definitely have been. Since Angela Davis, started sharing the information. So since the summer of last year, it's just been this ongoing battle between Black woman against Black woman.
A lot of people that are supporters of his, they will say they went to the events, it wasn't canceled, or they ordered things, and that people are saying this, they're just being haters or they're just trying to plot against him. I look at it like that hasn't happened to them. So it's easy to say, well, I got my order, I went to the event. What would you say to them if they say, Alicia, you just hating on him or you just trying to bring this Black man down?
First, absolutely untrue. Just because I support everybody. I was one of his customers before, and I went back, and I actually went back to his restaurant twice, and I even purchased some of his items, and I just didn't receive them. So for people to say that, and I've had to explain this to people on Facebook, and they were like, well, he didn't do anything to you. Like, what did he do to you? I think you're lying. And not that I have to explain anything to anybody, but I went ahead and was like, this is what happened. They were like, oh, well, that's legitimate. What do you mean? There's a lot of legitimate reasons that he's doing what he's doing to different people. It's not going to all be the same. That's just how it works. So it's not a hate. It's just be a businessman. That's it.
So get ready. This docuseries is coming and each episode is explosive. Hashtag Darius Crooks. Hashtag Darius Smooth Criminal. Every criminal thinks they are smooth, but they eventually slip.